Imagine a real estate project so highly anticipated that literally millions of dollars of inventory just vanish in exactly 48 hours.
Just completely gone.
Right. Gone. Like there is no hesitation from buyers. There's no lingering on the market. It is just pure market frenzy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
So, welcome to today's deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we are exploring the sequel to that exact phenomenon. We're looking at Ghadeer Gardens by Aldar.
Which is such an exciting release to talk about.
It really is. And we're going to figure out why families are essentially, lining up around the block to secure a spot in this specific master planned ecosystem.
I mean, that 48-hour sellout of the first release, it really is the anchor point for everything we're going to discuss today.
It has to be, right?
Exactly. Because in real estate, you often see a lot of marketing hype, sure, but a 48-hour complete absorption of inventory, that is a massive, quantifiable indicator of end-user trust.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now that they've opened up this highly limited second release, the window is just incredibly narrow.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because a 48-hour sellout is, well, it's not a standard market fluctuation.
Not at all.
If you are listening to this right now and wondering how any housing development generates that kind of urgency, we really have to look at the entity building it.
Right, the developer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're talking about Aldar. You just don't get that kind of blind faith from buyers unless there's a long documented history of delivering on promises.
You really don't. Aldar brings over 2 decades of heavy-hitting experience to the table. They are widely recognized as one of the most trusted developers in the UAE.
A huge reputation.
Huge. And their entire reputation is built on this philosophy they refer to as creating neighborhoods with a pulse.
Oh, I like that phrase.
Yeah, it's very intentional. They aren't in the business of just, pouring concrete and handing over keys. They handle the macro infrastructure, the wellness facilities, the public spaces, the educational integration,
All of it.
all of it. It's a holistic approach to living.
Thinking about this, buying into an Aldar community feels very much like buying a flagship product from a highly trusted tech brand.
Oh, that's a really good analogy.
Right. Like you don't buy the latest high-end smartphone just for the glass and the metal.
No, you're buying the whole package.
Exactly. You buy it because you want access to a perfectly reliable, seamless operating system where everything just works together natively.
Seamlessly, yeah.
And Aldar provides the operating system for a flawless family lifestyle. The physical house is, well, it's really just a hardware.
That is spot on. And this specific release is a very tightly controlled version of that operating system. Ghadeer Gardens is offering a total of only 352 units.
Wow, just 352.
Yeah, 352. In the context of UAE mega developments, that is a remarkably small footprint.
Which feels entirely deliberate. I mean, if they know the demand is high enough to clear inventory 2 days, they could easily have released like 1,000 units.
Easily, they could have doubled or tripled it.
But capping it at 352, it creates this exclusive enclave.
It does. It protects the intimacy of the neighborhood. When you cap the density like that, you prevent that sprawling, anonymous feeling where you don't even know the people living 3 streets over.
Right, you actually know your neighbors.
Exactly. It forces a tight-knit community dynamic, which is exactly what families looking for long-term belonging are after.
So true. But let's talk about where this tight-knit community actually sits on a map.
Yes, the location is key here.
Because you can build the most beautiful neighborhood in the world, but if the geography doesn't work for daily life, the operating system basically crashes.
It completely falls apart.
And the location of Ghadeer Gardens is just brilliantly positioned. It is situated right between Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
It really acts as a literal bridge between 2 of the most significant global economic hubs in the region.
It's the best of both worlds.
It really is. You have direct proximity to major arterial highways. You've got the E11, which is Sheikh Zayed Road, and the E311, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road.
So getting around is incredibly easy. And if you are listening to this right now and mapping out your family's lifestyle, you might be thinking about global travel too.
Oh, the connectivity is amazing.
It really is. The airport access is just staggering. You are only 16 minutes from Al Maktoum International Airport.
16 minutes, that's nothing.
I know. DWC is right there. And then you are only 35 minutes from Zayed International Airport, AUH, in Abu Dhabi.
So if you're a global business family or you just travel frequently, Your access to international flights is actually better than someone living deep in the center of either city.
Definitely. You aren't fighting urban traffic just to get to the terminal.
Exactly. The overarching concept the developers use here is different worlds at your doorstep.
Different worlds at your doorstep. I love that.
Right. You possess absolute global access. You can be on a flight to London or sitting in a boardroom in Dubai within an hour. But the defining feature of Ghadeer Gardens is what happens when you return home.
Yes. The source materials use this highly evocative phrase to describe that exact transition. They call it a place where stars outnumber streetlights.
That is such a powerful image.
Isn't it? It highlights the fact that there is virtually no city glow and no urban noise. You have sand dunes, green gardens, and these wide open skies.
Which fundamentally changes the daily psychology of the residents.
Oh, completely.
It is a profound contrast. You maintain this hyperconnectivity to global hubs, but you establish a massive, quiet buffer zone around your family.
It is like having a VIP backstage pass to two massive stadium concerts, Dubai and Abu Dhabi.
Right, yeah.
You can step out and experience all the high-octane energy, the business, the dining, all the crowds. But the moment the noise gets too loud, you retreat to a perfectly soundproof, tranquil, private green room.
You never actually have to sleep inside the stadium.
Exactly. You get the peace and quiet.
The moment you turn off the highway and into Ghadeer Gardens, the pace just shifts. The sky opens up. It is a literal and psychological exhale.
I love that. But, peace can be incredibly fragile.
It can, yeah.
You can have this perfect geographical bubble protecting you. But if you step out of your front door in the morning and immediately have to dodge SUVs just to get your kids to a park, well, the illusion shatters instantly.
Oh, for sure. Traffic noise ruins everything.
So how does the internal layout of this community actually defend that peace?
Well, they engineered the streets to prioritize pedestrians over vehicles.
Oh, really?
Yes. The entire master plan is woven together by shaded walkways and planted green canopies. The car is no longer the default mode of getting around your own neighborhood.
That is huge. And the centerpiece of this pedestrian-first design, and the detail that I think completely redefines the daily reality for parents, is the school.
Oh, the Ghadeer British School?
Yes, it is located directly inside the community.
Which is incredible because the educational infrastructure is already in place.
Exactly. You aren't waiting around for it.
Right. You aren't moving into an empty grid hoping a school gets built in 5 years. You are integrating into a fully established environment.
The developers' materials say the school run is now a school walk. And we really need to pause and think about the physiological impact of that.
It's life-changing for a family.
It really is. I mean, think about the standard morning routine for a modern family.
The rush.
The rushed breakfast, the frantic search for backpacks, getting everyone strapped into the car, navigating commuter traffic.
And the absolute chaos of the drop-off line.
Yes. The drop-off line, your cortisol levels are spiking before 8:00 a.m.
It's exhausting.
But now, replace every single element of that with a quiet stroll under a canopy of trees with your kids.
It fundamentally lowers a family's baseline of stress.
Completely.
When we talk about a premium lifestyle, we often focus on imported materials or square footage. But Aldar is leveraging something much more valuable here. They're leveraging time.
Wow. Yeah, time is the ultimate luxury.
Exactly. They're giving families time reclaimed from traffic and a physical space where children can run, explore, and actually grow up together safely outside.
It is an environment engineered for connection. And the amenities really reflect that too.
They've thought of everything.
They have. It isn't just a couple of isolated park benches. They have integrated a full community center, retail outlets, a massive swimming pool, and a dedicated splash pad and water slide for the kids.
The active lifestyle infrastructure is heavily prioritized here. You have general play areas, basketball courts, padel courts for the adults.
The padel is so huge right now.
It is. And they have an expansive events lawn for community-wide gatherings and these beautiful shaded BBQ pavilions. They have built the physical framework for people to actually interact with their neighbors.
I have to highlight the desert stargazing lawns, though.
Oh, those are stunning.
It is such a specific, beautifully considered touch. These are lawns designed explicitly for families to gather around fire pits in the sand and just look at the Milky Way.
It's so peaceful.
The materials describe it as a place where the last ember of the fire is the only reason the night ends.
I love that. It proves that nature isn't just an afterthought or like a landscaping requirement here. It's the entire point.
Exactly.
The layout weaves play, movement, and relaxation directly into the daily rhythm of the residents.
So we have this macro picture, right? A highly trusted developer, an exclusive 352-unit cap, a strategic location between two cities, and a pedestrian-focused family ecosystem.
A really solid foundation.
Yes. So let's actually walk through the front doors of these homes. What are the physical dimensions we are looking at?
The release offers a very considered mix of formats. Buyers have the option of 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom townhouses, as well as these really expansive 4-bedroom villas.
Okay, great variety.
Yeah, and the architectural philosophy driving all of these layouts is creating a home that grows with your family.
I'm curious, how does that actually work in practice? Because, a floor plan is static. It doesn't magically sprout a new room when you have another child.
Right. Well, it comes down to volume and flexibility.
Okay, volume.
They utilize generously proportioned rooms that don't feel suffocating, and they integrate full-height windows extensively throughout the homes.
Oh, lots of natural light.
Huge amounts of natural light. By drawing that in, they effectively blur the boundaries between the indoor living space and the natural environment outside, which makes the homes feel vastly more expansive than their square footage might suggest.
That makes total sense. And the interior finishes seem to prioritize a very understated, calm aesthetic, which matches the vibe outside.
Exactly.
There is a heavy use of layered premium materials like brushed bronze that add warmth without being overly flashy.
It's very sophisticated.
It is. And they offer two distinct interior palettes, a light option and a dark option.
Which is great for personalization.
Yeah, it allows buyers to set the foundational mood of the house before they even move their furniture in.
A critical element of that calm aesthetic is their heavy emphasis on smart living and concealed storage.
Oh, concealed storage is everything.
It really is. They have intentionally designed the architecture to essentially swallow the clutter of daily life.
I love that. I look at it a bit like the backstage crew of a massive theater production.
Oh, that's a perfect way to put it.
Right, you sit in the audience and watch the play, and the performance looks entirely effortless and beautiful. But you know that right behind the curtain, there are 50 people running around in the dark, managing props, pulling ropes, handling absolute chaos.
Exactly, making the magic happen.
That is what good concealed storage does for a family home. All the complex, messy stuff of daily life, the winter coats, the muddy shoes, the vacuums, the mountain of kids' toys, is all managed out of sight.
Hidden away.
Yeah, and it leaves the stage of your home clean and serene for you to actually enjoy living in it.
That is the core function of modern sanctuary design. I mean, we are constantly bombarded with visual noise and information overload throughout the day.
Constant.
A home should actively reduce that noise. And alongside the storage, they feature these gorgeous spa-style bathrooms that elevate the daily routines of the adults, providing just another layer of decompression.
So this all paints a very specific, very premium picture.
It really does.
We are looking at a master-planned community by a premier developer, featuring stunning homes with high-end finishes, pedestrian infrastructure, and a strategic location.
Checks all the boxes.
It does. And for anyone listening, the natural assumption might be that the financial barrier to entry is going to be astronomical. But the financial logic of this project is actually highly disruptive in a good way.
It is incredibly attractive. Given Aldar's pedigree, the starting prices offer remarkably accessible entry points into the townhouse and villa segment.
What are we looking at for starting prices?
The 2-bedroom townhouses start from 1.85 million dirhams.
Wow, okay.
And the spacious 4-bedroom villas start from 3.28 million dirhams.
For a master-planned, heavily amenitized community sitting directly between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, those entry points are incredibly competitive.
Very competitive for the market right now.
But the purchase price alone isn't what makes this so accessible. The payment plan is the real engine here.
Oh, the payment plan is fantastic.
They are offering a 5-5-45 payment structure. And I'll admit, as someone who usually sees massive upfront demands in off-plan real estate, like 80-20 splits or massive handovers, seeing a 5-5-45 structure that only requires 5% down is amazing.
It's a game changer for buyers.
It makes you wonder how they pulled this off. What is a developer's angle here?
Well, the angle is aligning the financial commitment with the maturation of the community.
Okay.
A 5-5-45 plan means you pay 55% of the property value gradually during the construction phase, and then the remaining 45% is only due upon the estimated handover, which is projected for the fourth quarter of 2030.
Let's actually break those milestones down so you, the listener, can see the actual sequencing of this.
Yeah, let's go through the timeline.
So you secure the unit with just that 5% down payment on booking.
Very low barrier to entry.
Then, looking ahead to 2026, you have a single 5% installment in October. Moving into 2027, there's a 5% installment in January and a 10% installment in July.
Very spread out.
Exactly. In 2028, you have 10% in March and 10% in November. And finally, in 2029, a 10% installment in August.
And then nothing else is due until that final 45% block at handover in late 2030.
That is amazing.
What this structure does is act as a massive hedge for the buyer. It keeps your capital liquid. You aren't draining your immediate savings today to fund a home you won't actually live in for a few years.
It is brilliant financial sequencing for a family. You capture the opportunity of this highly limited 352-unit release right now.
Before it inevitably sells out in 48 hours again.
Exactly. But your cash flow remains entirely protected while the home is actually being built.
It allows you to lock in a highly coveted property in a market where demand is drastically outstripping supply.
It's so smart.
And during those years leading up to 2030, the larger Sadira area and Al Ghadeer itself will continue to mature. They'll be adding infrastructure and establishing routes. You are essentially securing your family's future at today's entry price while spreading the financial impact very comfortably over several years.
So to bring all of these threads together, Al Ghadeer Gardens really is a rare, fleeting opportunity.
It absolutely is.
It is a chance to secure a beautifully finished townhouse or villa from a top-tier developer in a highly restricted release. It manages to perfectly bridge the macroeconomic gap between the UAE's two global cities while remaining stubbornly, beautifully focused on nature, pedestrian space, and the daily well-being of a family.
This whole discussion actually raises an important question to leave the listener with today.
Oh, what's that?
Think about how much the fundamental concept of luxury has shifted in just the last few years.
It's changed a lot.
It has. We used to define luxury purely by imported marble lobbies, gold fixtures, and living on the highest floor of a skyscraper.
Very flashy, yeah.
But as our lives become faster, more demanding, and more visually cluttered, true luxury might just be the ability to safely walk your children to school under a natural canopy of trees.
Wow, yeah.
It might be ending your day not looking at a skyline of neon advertisements, but looking at a sky full of stars from your own neighborhood sand dune.
Going from a spreadsheet of square footage and concrete to a living, breathing ecosystem. The ultimate luxury of time, space, and peace.
That's what it's all about.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We highly encourage you to explore the source materials on your own, look at those floor plans, and imagine how a thoughtfully designed, perfectly located community like Al Ghadeer Gardens might just fit into your own family's future arc. Until next time.